Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for the day. New protocols for EMS could save more lives locally. We've got the details on that, plus more resignations in Anderson County and a high-speed chase in Wolfe County. We've got Kellen in the Weather Center with the very latest forecast, and your sports report with Michael Watkins is coming up today live at 5. But first, and our WBON TV big story of the day, significant advancements are coming to emergency medical services in our region starting June the 2nd for EMS agencies in central Kentucky, including our very own Madison County EMS, along with Scott, Jessamine, and Lexington EMS, will be equipped to carry whole blood directly from the Kentucky Blood Center. The groundbreaking initiative aims to dramatically improve survival rates for patients with traumatic injuries by ensuring that life-saving blood is available at the scene and during transport to the hospital. Historically, trauma patients could only receive blood transfusions once they arrived at a medical facility. This new protocol will allow first responders to administer whole blood in the field, a crucial intervention that is expected to particularly impact as warmer weather arrives and the potential for accidents increases. With a critical need for O-negative blood in central Kentucky to support this initiative, the Kentucky Blood Center hopes this partnership will encourage more residents to become blood donors. It's a stark reminder that injury is the leading cause of death among young Kentuckians, and becoming a blood donor could truly mean the difference between the death of someone that you know in the community. Well, a little news out of Anderson County today. The mayor of Lawrenceburg, Troy Young, announced today that Lawrenceburg Fire Department Chief John Durr has submitted his resignation. The mayor cited a personal matter as the reason for the resignation. According to a release from Mayor Young, the city has received a total of 3 letters of resignation. The mayor indicated that the matter is ongoing and stated that there will be no further comment from the city at this time. However, our media partner, LEX18, reached out to former Chief Durr, who provided a different account. Durr told LEX18 that he submitted his resignation on Tuesday with an original effective date of May 14th. He stated that he was subsequently let go at midnight last night. According to the developing situation, former Chief Durr also told LEX18 that the city's statement regarding the number of resignations is inaccurate, claiming that 10 other members of the Lawrenceburg Fire Department had given their resignation letters as well. This is a developing story out of Lawrenceburg, and we'll continue to follow it closely to provide updates and more information as it becomes available surrounding these resignations within the Lawrenceburg Police or Fire Department. Well, one Compton man is facing several charges following a reported high-speed pursuit in Wolfe County on Wednesday. According to the Wolfe County Sheriff's Department, they received multiple calls of a reckless driver in the Hiawatha 205 area. Deputies later located a vehicle matching the description given by callers traveling on Highway 205 toward Lee City. The traffic stop was attempted. However, police say the suspect vehicle, driven by 19-year-old Michael Brake, proceeded to flee at a high rate of speed. Brake turned off Highway 205 onto the branch, where he continued driving until he hit a rut in a curve of the road. The sheriff's office says this caused the vehicle to overcorrect and flip on its side due to the high rate of speed. Deputies arrested Brake on charges of operating a suspended license, criminal mischief, and fleeing or evading police, among other offenses. Brake was lodged in the Wolfe County Detention Center. Well, funeral arrangements have been announced for Rylan and Bentley Fields. The 2 teenage brothers tragically died in a house fire in Frankfort last month. According to their obituary, 15-year-old Raylan was described as interested in computers and enjoyed building, riding, and repairing dirt bikes. A freshman at Western Hills High School, he was described as a good student with many friends who was well-liked by both teachers and students. His younger brother, 13-year-old Bentley, was an 8th grader at Bondurant Middle School and actively participated in multiple sports, most recently as a member of the school's wrestling team. Bentley also enjoyed fishing and had created a YouTube channel focused on fishing and survival, a project that he was very enthusiastic about. Additionally, he enjoyed cooking with his grandmother and playing various musical instruments. Both Ryland and Bentley were members of the Midland First Church of God in Salt Lick, Kentucky. A memorial service to honor their lives will be held Friday at 6 p.m. at that church. In lieu of flowers, the family is encouraging the public to consider making a donation in Ryland and Bentley's memory to prevent child abuse in America. As we have reported, their father, 43-year-old Dustin Fields, has been arrested and charged in connection with the deadly fire. He has entered a not guilty plea and remains in custody on a $2 million bond. The investigation into that fire is still ongoing. Well, the Pioneer Playhouse in Danville is facing significant cuts in funding due to the National Endowment of the Arts withdrawing many of its grants. Reportedly, this loss of funding is a result of new priorities that have been established by the Trump administration. These cuts could result in the Playhouse, along with other programs carried out by the theater, in being closed down. Robbie Henson, director of Voices Inside program, which is a prison inmate program that focuses on creative writing and performance techniques, said, "We feel these changes and it's making a negative impact on a 16-year-old program." Over the years, the theater has received regular funding from the NEA to support its outreach, with a reported $25,000 grant awarded in December. Heather Henson, managing director of the theater, stated, "Also receives money from the Kentucky Arts Council. We are a 76-year-old nonprofit. If all of the funding goes away, Pioneer Playhouse might go away." Henson said that they'll try to limp along, but the NEA funding makes all of the difference in the world. Henson's reportedly planned to submit an appeal regarding the withdrawal of their application. Of course, this is a developing story. That we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Kellen Peters in the Weather Center going to give us a look at that forecast coming up next.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow. When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofworks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
Welcome back to Alive at 5. Another rainy day here in the area. We've got Kellen Peters in the Weather Center. Going to take a look at that forecast.
Thanks, Gwendolyn. We're still expecting some scattered showers and thunderstorms for the remainder of tonight. There is a chance we do see some severe weather. Main threats would be some hail and some gusty winds. Most thunderstorms are expected to have some frequent lightning. We could see some pockets of some heavy rainfall. The severe weather threat is going to be mostly through 9 o'clock or so for tonight. There is a level 1 threat for all the areas in green. That does include Richmond. And then to the south, we have the level 2 threat, a slight risk of severe weather that does include Mount Vernon and McKee. That slight risk meaning scattered severe thunderstorms are possible, not generally widespread and generally short-lived with those, again, chances of some severe winds or some hail involved there. So we'll still have some thunderstorms still through, again, at least 9 o'clock or so, but that's the main threat of severe weather. Once we get into the early hours of Friday, a lot of it falls apart. We'll continue to have clearing into Friday afternoon. Overall, Friday is going to be pretty nice, and we're going to still see some nice days after that. Now, some of these thunderstorms could have some brief but heavy rainfall. Still could see some rain amounts about 1/4 of an inch, if not a little more or less with that. But we could have some areas of some localized minor street flooding as well through the remainder of tonight. Again, lots of sunshine, though, all the way throughout Friday afternoon. We'll have temperatures into the 60s. Could see some 70s around the area, more likely just to the south to southeast. Boonville, high of 70 for Friday. A look ahead for your Mother's Day forecast. It's actually looking pretty decent, at least through the daylight hours, just partly cloudy skies throughout the day. The rain chance, there's an isolated chance, more likely for later on Sunday night. So again, if you have any outdoor plans, should be pretty decent there with a high of 76 degrees. Now more into Monday and Tuesday, though, we'll have more chances for some rain and thunderstorms. Looks to have an active pattern even through Wednesday.
Thanks, Kellen. Looking forward to that sunny day tomorrow. Then looks like another long line of rain showers. You can check out that forecast up anytime on our website, WBONTV.com. It is also available on our Facebook page. Well, following a preliminary hearing on Wednesday, Stephen Allen Hawkinsmith, the man accused of driving onto an active runway at the Bluegrass Airport, is reportedly scheduled to appear before a grand jury. According to his arrest citation, Hawkinsmith has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree criminal mischief, second-degree criminal trespassing, and first-degree wanton endangerment after allegedly driving an unauthorized vehicle on a commercial runway back in February. Other documents further state that while Hawkinsmith was not under the influence at the time of the incident, he was reportedly experiencing mental difficulties. Initially, his court hearing in Fayette County Wednesday was scheduled for February 12th, but that was delayed a total of 5 times. We're going to bring you updates to this story as it continues to develop. Well, on Wednesday, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office arrested a man on charges of public intoxication. According to officials, police were dispatched to a business off Kentucky 770, 11 miles south of London, in response to a complaint regarding a suspicious person. While en route, officers were reportedly informed that an individual, later identified as 33-year-old Christopher West, was at the scene, stating he could see people in his attic and wanted police to check it out. Upon arrival, officers located West outside with a shotgun. After the shotgun was secured, police conducted an investigation and reportedly did not locate any other individuals as described by West at the scene. Additionally, police say that West had pinpoint pupils, slurred and erratic speech, and was unsteady on his feet. West was arrested and charged with public intoxication and second-degree disorderly conduct and lodged in the Laurel County Correctional Facility. A Bell County grand jury has indicted a man for the murder of 17-month-old Elena Embry. who tragically died in July of 2023. According to reports, 44-year-old Harvey Golahan was indicted yesterday, May 7th, on charges of murder and 3 counts of first-degree criminal abuse in connection with that toddler's death. Elena Embry was initially taken to Middlesboro ARH Hospital on July 28, 2023, due to the severity of her injuries. She was subsequently airlifted to East Tennessee Children's Hospital, where she died days later. Medical evidence reportedly indicated that Elena suffered blunt force trauma to the back of her head approximately 48 to 72 hours before she was taken to the emergency room. This trauma was not immediately apparent, but was later discovered by the medical examiner. As we've previously reported, Elena's mother, Erica Lawson, was also arrested in connection with the death and charged with second-degree manslaughter, failure to report child abuse, criminal abuse, and wanton endangerment. Further investigation, including DNA testing, reportedly identified Harvey Golahan as another suspect directly involved in the events leading to Elena's death. Golahan was served with an indictment this morning at the Bell County Detention Center, where he was already behind bars on an unrelated charge from 2024. Well, good news on Kentucky roadways. Governor Andy Beshear announced today that highway fatalities decreased in 2024 to the lowest number in a decade, with 707 deaths, down 107 from the previous year. The governor credited ongoing safety campaigns for the decline and urged all travelers to stay alert and make safe choices. Buckling up remains crucial, as nearly half of all traffic fatalities involved unbelted individuals. Experts say seatbelts cut the risk of fatal injury by almost half. Officials are also emphasizing the dangers of impaired driving, which was a factor in 19% of the fatalities, and distracting driving involved 22%. Speeding and aggressive driving contributed to about a third of the deaths. Pedestrian and bicyclist fatalities totaled 110, while 96 motorcyclists were killed. Well, on Tuesday, police in Manchester arrested a man accused of hitting a woman. According to officials, officers were dispatched to Crawfish Road around 8 a.m. in response to a report of a man identified as 21-year-old Taylor Parker, who wouldn't leave a woman's residence. At the scene, police say they found Parker arguing with a crying woman who reportedly had bruises on her arm and neck. The woman then alleged to officers that he had caused the bruises. Parker was arrested on charges of public intoxication and fourth-degree dating violence and lodged in the Clay County Detention Center. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more news right here live at 5, including Michael Watkins up next with your latest sports report.
At Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky, we believe in treating our customers like family. As a family-owned dealership for 60 years, we offer top-notch customer service and a friendly, knowledgeable staff. From sales to service, we're here to meet all of your automotive needs. Come on in and see our new and quality pre-owned vehicles, or check us out at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Hey y'all, it's Josh
and Greg from Hicks & Funson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Happy anniversary, Josh.
Can you believe we've been fighting for and helping injured Kentuckians get justice and fair compensation for more than 7 years?
Yes, I can. And I hope y'all continue to trust us for the next 7 years. So if you or a family member have been injured or killed in a car wreck, a fall, or due to medical malpractice or nursing home neglect, call 859-777-7000 or visit honestfearless.com.
Kentucky, get your case done with Hicks & Funson.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 News Team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from emergency management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings, and log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Well, EKU football has produced many talented athletes over the last few years, including 12 that have gone on to play professionally after finishing up with their career under Coach Walt Wells in the maroon and white. On Monday, during the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Coach talked about a few of the guys that played in the past year that will be continuing to do so at the next level.
Coach, we talked about spring practice, and one of they've been doing like the stories on EKUsports.com, and one of the deepest rooms, I mean, as far as I can tell, is your running back room. You've got a lot of talent coming back, and I feel like that's been a staple of your program since you've been here. You look at all the guys that have kind of circulated through at that running back position. And Joshua Carter, I think, ended up with the Bills, getting a little love
right
from
now
them.
in a mini camp. That's
right.
Wait, hold on. For me, explain. So now he's got to prove himself again.
Yeah, it's basically a 3 to 4 day tryout, and you go up there with the draft picks and the undrafted free agents that have signed contracts, and you're trying to become one of those undrafted free agents. So
I didn't know how many days, or if it's a
three.
month,
It's
or
usually anywhere from 3 to 5 days. Most people go.
So
3
he
or
goes
4.
there, and then he can come home, and then
honestly,
they'll call. Hopefully, get the call.
Well, they'll probably tell him right afterwards what's going on, and if usually 1 or 2 guys in those mini camps get picked up, but they've got to have enough to practice with the guys that they drafted. You only got 7 rounds, so you probably only got 7 people.
Yeah.
And then you got however many undrafted free agents, which goes up to 90. So you're probably talking another of new ones, probably another 10 or 12. So now you're looking for guys to fill in the positions that you need.
Yeah. Well, you looked at like Mike Smith Jr. obviously signed with the Cowboys. You had Peyton
Mike got a great
Collins.
contract with the Cowboys too.
So
that was a good deal for him.
Is that is it a guaranteed thing?
There's some guaranteed money there.
Okay.
Which
good deal.
obviously tells you they were interested in him. They wanted him. They didn't draft a safety, so it went that way. They brought in a couple guys, but he got from everything he's told me, and I've talked to some coaches in the league about the contract situations and how they work. They've told me it was a really good, they felt like he,
got a chance.
Yeah, he got a good contract.
It was that vertical jump he did when the scouts were here that day.
He's just a dog, though. I mean,
he's built. You can tell he can run. What he really does well is tackle in space, and so he can tackle in space, but he can run well enough at the size he is. He can play that nickel a little bit and cover the slot guys and in a short area of space and do a good job.
And we're going to miss him.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
This team's going to miss him.
No, there's no doubt.
You had 2 guys in the Canadian Football League, right, with Peyton Collins and Vincent Mellon Jr.
Had 2
both signed last week.
How do you say it? Saskatchewan.
The Saskatchewan Roughriders is where Peyton went. And
Alouettes.
Benny went to the Montreal Alouettes. And Peyton could have went to the UFL. So Memphis Showboats called him.
I love the names, by the way, for some of these.
They wanted him to come down, be there this week and not play, and then play in the next 3 games. And although that might be the quicker path to the NFL because your season's over, you can go. I think Peyton felt like he the CFL is more of a, I hate to say it like this, it's an established league.
Stabilized,
So he can go there and have a career if he wants, as long as he makes it and does well. See, the NFL can still come get him.
Yeah.
And, he hadn't played since November, so it's hard to, turn it on in 3 games and put your whole career on the line for 3 games. And so I think he chose wisely and chose to go to Saskatchewan. They earmarked him early. They'd been calling him, in the second day of the draft and like, hey, man, if things don't work out, we can't believe it won't. But if it doesn't work out with the NFL, we'd love to have you. And I think they did a smart job in doing that because, Peyton's a loyal type guy, being here as long as he was here. And they got him. And Vinny did a great job and went to the Bengals to a local day tryout, which is different than the mini camp. And different than the so it's just kids from the Cincinnati area. I got to go try out one day with the Bengals, and so I'm sure he got some things seen there by the other scouts or somebody called somebody. You know how that goes. And Montreal picked him up and signed him to a deal. They start training camp, I think next week or week after, towards the end of this month. Yeah, because their season obviously starts, I think, a couple of months before the training camp starts for the NFL. So those two guys did that. Mike did what he did, and Josh is where he's at. So, that's 4 people off his team. They got a chance to keep playing football and get paid for it. And I think that speaks volumes for the kind of year we had and the kind of people we're bringing into the program.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
When it comes to auto service, 2 things are important: experience and hometown service. Hall & Sons Auto Care is starting their 20th year in business in Richmond. That's 20 years locally owned and operated. Hall & Sons Auto Care can take care of you from preventative maintenance to major engine repair. Hall & Sons Auto Care is also carrying BW towing products as well as rough country suspension and lift kits. Give us a chance to be your auto repair shop. Visit us at 209 North Keeneland Drive in Richmond.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels. It's in here. Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Welcome back to Alive at 5. You got something fun you'd like to do with the kids? I got something here for you. Next Saturday, May the 17th, is Richmond Parks and Rec's annual Kids to Park Day event. That is going to be at Lake Reba Park. Some of the activities include storytelling with the Madison County Public Library, nature art with the Winterberry Studios, Dolly Parton's Imagination Station registration, and free books with Better with Books. There'll be kayaking with Get Outside Kentucky. That's going to be from 10 a.m. to noon. Fishing practice with the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife. How to clog with the Kentucky Bluegrass Cloggers. There will also be kites, chalk, coloring, music, and more. Kids will be eligible to redeem a free Kona Ice after completing all of the stations. National Kids Parks Day connects kids and families with their local state and national parks and public land through thousands of events promoted. Thanks so much for joining us today. Hopefully we'll have a nice sunny day for that. And of course, we'll see you right back here tomorrow, live at 5.